God is going to show out, not only to take you into your destiny, but to prove to the people around you that the Lord is on your side. He's about to do something so big, so unusual, so out of the ordinary, that there won't be any doubt that His favor is on your life. You are God's masterpiece. He created you with precision and purpose, and you are loved. Don't let anyone or anything make you feel less than what God has created you to be, and do not compare yourself to others because you are unique. Scripture says that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, Psalm 139:14. Embrace your uniqueness and be the light that you are. You are part of His plan. God is saying, 6 months from now, you'll be settled into your place of promise. You will look back and finally understand why you went through so much. Within the next 6 months, you're going to see your promise come to pass. By the end of this year, you'll finally be rested in the place you've prayed for years now. This is your year. God is telling you today to be still. Stop stressing yourself of what is going on. Stop figuring it out with your own understanding. Stop fighting for it because it's yours already. God is saying, wait the right way. Pray, speak life every day. Say, I know blessings are coming my way. I know God is making a way. I know He is healing my body. I know He will not fail me. As you speak these things over your life, God will send strength and blessings your way. Don't wait and complain. Wait and praise. God is shaking things up, moving things and people around in your life. He wants to deposit your blessings. But some situations and relationships must change. Not everyone can go with you on this next level of your journey. They're not equipped to support or encourage you. Some blessings bring out jealousy in people you'd never thought possible. On this level, you need only those who can handle seeing you prosper. Your season has come. You'll wait. You'll cry. You'll want to give up, but you'll wait some more. You'll find hope. You'll find disappointment. Trials will come. The weight of the weight will get heavy, but God will strengthen you to continue. But in the end, one beautiful day, it'll all come together, and everything leading up to that moment will be worth it. God's about to give you a gift for waiting for His best. He's about to reward you for letting Him write your love story. He's about to show you why the wait was worth it. An Ephesians 3:20 story has been written for you. Your testimony is so close. God is about to give you a second chance. A second wind is coming to restore something you have lost. He's about to open that door again, but this time it will be far greater. When God says He will restore, it will be far greater than before. Seth. Through the manifestation of individuality, does all that is express its being. Through being yourself, you are, in your terms, what God is for. You find all that is through the understanding, the joy, the compassion, and the experience of your own individuality. You are a portion of what God is. and that God wants to be you. So, why therefore deny your you-ness and escape it? Therefore, rejoice in the selves that you know, and from that threshold know that you form all realities, and that all that is luxuriates in your experience. Your thoughts affect your biochemistry. Your biochemistry is affected as a result of the thoughts that you are thinking. You do not have to ingest any tablets, as your body has the ability to produce its own chemicals. Every thought that you think has the power there to release chemicals. Chemicals that either enhance your well-being or chemicals that sabotage your well-being. And when you learn what you must learn, you will be able to look back to the pasts that you have known, and ahead to the days that you will know. For there is no end because there was no beginning. You always have been, and you always will be. This is the meaning of existence and joy. The God that is within you, for you are a part of all that is due not to know. The outcome of linear time allows you to pretend that your alpha life. You have just bought a new DVD blockbuster movie and are eager to watch the movie. There is a beginning of your movie and all of the movie. The ending transpired between the beginning and the ending of the movie. Linear time allows you to experience the movie on a moment. By half, the whole DVD already contains everything from the beginning to the end of the movie. Similarly, in your real life, linear time allows you to pretend that you do not yet know the outcome of your life. Your whole life is already complete based on your current trajectory. There is a version of your life with a happy ending, and there is a version of your life with an unhappy ending. At by moment basis, even thou's by moment BN of your, if he with the unhappy. Your dominant frequency during the journey of life determines which you focus on the version of your life with the unhappy ending. That will be your realty. If you focus on the version of your life with the happy ending, that will be your reality. Life can easily be taken for granted, just like any material thing that we desire for so long, then put aside shortly after manifesting. Today, remind yourself that your days are special and unique on so many levels. Every moment is brand new. There are no repeat occurrences. It may feel that way at times, but it's your responsibility to sense and appreciate the newness in every experience. Divinity lives in every breath and corner. Your life is purposeful and exhilarating. I am entitled to miracles. You are entitled to miracles because of what you are. You will receive miracles because of what God is. And you will offer miracles because you are one with God. Again, how simple is salvation? It is merely a statement of your true identity. It is this that we will celebrate today. Since you are switching your perceived source of supply, which you have depended on for many years, it is normal that in the initial stages you will experience some form of disorientation. As you anchor yourself to the correct source of supply, day in and day out, the disorientation will eventually change to immense satisfaction. You are already free. You are already free. However, because you continue to generate thoughts that make you conclude that you are not free, you continue to dwell in a self-made prison. You continue to go round and round in an endless circle, stuck in a complicated maze, until one fine day, you make the return journey, in this lifetime or another lifetime, to realize that you have been free all along. My old friend Abdullah gave me this exercise. Every day I would sit in my living room where I could not see the telephone in the hall. With my eyes closed, I would assume I was in the chair by the phone. Then I would feel myself back in the living room. This I did over and over again as I discovered the feeling of changing motion. This exercise was very helpful to me. If you try it, you will discover you become very loose with this exercise. Practice the art of motion, and one day you will discover that by the very act of imagining, you are detached from your physical body and placed exactly where you ate imagining yourself to be, so much so that you are seen by those who are there. Your circumstances are not meant to defeat you. Instead, the universe is forcing you into a position that requires hard and intentional shifts of mindset. What part of you resonates with where you currently reside? Physically, mentally, emotionally? Know that until you work on healing the internal and stripping down false programming that justify your undesired circumstances, you will remain in the same space and place. Love thyself. Everyone else can criticize you. However, you must not criticize yourself, ever. The moment you criticize yourself, you will be out of alignment with your core self, as your core self never criticizes you. Your frequency is no longer a match to the frequency of your core self when you criticize yourself. Your core self perceives you in your preferred version and loves you unconditionally. Your core self is always positive, does not flip-flop, and does not change its polarity under any and all conditions. Whatever your issues are, you must continue to be in alignment with your core self so that the solution from your core self can come to you. That's the thing that trips you all up. I want this thing I do not have. I want this thing I do not have. I want this thing I do not have. And you don't make any headway, but if I want this thing, I like this thing. I enjoy this thing. I like this experience. I'm taking pleasure from the idea of this. Then the resistance goes away, and the natural progression or evolution of it, from thought to full-blown manifestation, has to come. You are always receiving. If you don't perceive that, it's because you're blocking the reception with a definition. Let go of the definition, and suddenly you will perceive that you are constantly flooded with information, support, guidance, and help and love. It's never, ever, ever, ever stopping. Ever. You are existing in a constant sea, a constant flow of guidance, support, energetic love. It never stops. Sometimes things get a little uncomfortable because you've been a little too comfortable. Sweeping things under the rug, not standing up for yourself, allowing things to be just to keep the peace. If you ask for certain things to manifest, but don't put yourself in a position to meet it halfway, things may get uncomfortable until you do. There are things in your life that need your attention. Instead of handling them through your old patterns of habit, tend to them from your renewed higher ground, and you'll find yourself in the midst of new and quality outcomes. Close your eyes for a few minutes and picture yourself laying out in a green field. The light of the sun penetrating every part of your body and soul. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's perfect. It's so tranquil that you can't even think about anything except how much you're enjoying this space. When the mind and body are at ease, this is where healing occurs. This is your most natural state. Ease. Give yourself a few minutes to restore in this space. Then go about your day more grounded and empowered. One day it just hits you. You're tired of your habits. You're tired of performing the same routine. You're tired of feeling like your soul is not where it's meant to be. You start to crave change the way flowers crave the sun. You start to recognize the negative patterns you unconsciously embedded into your life, and you're determined to change them. You start to feel the energy of a newer you taking over, and it feels like a weight is being lifted. You start to feel the tight ropes of anxiety loosening around your mind, body, and spirit as you recognize the ending of an old chapter and the beginning of a new one. You're experiencing deeper layers of fears, doubts, or unresolved trauma surface as your vibration is shifting to match the new reality. You can't walk into the new with an old mindset, old beliefs, or old habits or ways of being. The universe is encouraging you to not be afraid to take a deeper look into what belongs to the old version of you that's keeping you from ascending into the new. See yourself with new eyes. Type, "I am anew," to affirm, as long as you believe you are helpless, you are helpless. And as long as you believe you are limited, you are limited. These misconceptions are what inhibit you from using the energy that is your own. Imagine your image of yourself as an old garment. It no longer serves your purpose. Throw it away. Don't say, "It is miserable," but "It is mine and I love it." Throw it away. You form the physical reality that you know, then form a better one. I am telling you that you can do it. But as long as you insist upon the misconceptions, then you will have the kind of experience you have been having. For it follows, as the night follows day, you form your reality, and this also means that you can change it. Right before a moment or season of elevation, life becomes more intense. Your mind may start to wonder if you're doing the right things. You may have nightmares about things going wrong. You may begin to feel overwhelmed. The universe is saying that there is no need to worry. You're simply experiencing the pressure of the climb. reassess priorities, and focus on the beautiful opportunities ahead. Keep going, Seth. We are not speaking of a nirvana on earth, but we are saying that it is possible for each reader of this book to quicken his or her private perceptions and to extend and expand the quality of ordinary consciousness enough so that by contrast to current experience, life could almost be thought of as heaven on earth. You must start from your present position, of course, but there is no person who cannot better his or her position to a considerable degree. The winter-summer solstice is happening on the 21st of December. The energy is really powerful since the 12/12 portal, especially with the solar activity happening right now. So much light is flowing into our systems. We are being prepared for powerful change we will go through in the next weeks and months of the new year. Solstice always brings the energy of renewal. We are guided to look at the things that don't work anymore and think of new ways of living we could implement into our lives that would push us to explore life deeper and move forward. Your soul is always guiding you. Listen and be open to the new. Don't be afraid of your own darkness or light. The energy of the solstice will guide you to find all the answers you need to be able to move forward, end the current cycle, and begin a new one on a higher level. Dive into the flow of life with the feeling of hope, passion, trust, love, excitement. Be open to receive, jump timelines, change the perspective, and allow the soul to guide you where you need to go. A powerful shift is happening. You've been working so hard that you haven't realized your success. The things that you used to fear are now proverbial. Walks in the park. You're recognizing triggers almost instantaneously and doing the work to process them at the source. You're no longer beating yourself up over perceived mistakes. You are granting yourself the gift of grace as you move along the path of self-discovery and ascension. The universe wants you to note the ease under which you currently find yourself. You've come to another fork in the road. You can either choose to remain still and continuously work on self at the current level, or you can decide to advance into deeper lessons, advancement, and understanding. Remember, the choice is always yours, and there is no wrong decision. Immediately refuse to worry about the future or the past. Tell yourself you can worry another time if you want to, but for the moment, you will not be concerned about the past or the future. Remind yourself that for all you might have read or heard or deduced, Carlier, it is certainly not inevitable that all unfortunate situations take the darkest of tones, and that indeed the opposite is true. For if such were the gaze, the world and all of life would have literally been destroyed through disasters and calamities. Concentrate upon the present moment, but more. Concentrate upon the most pleasant aspects of the present moment. If that moment has distracting, unfavorable aspects, then resolutely bring into your mind whatever images delight or please you at the moment. You may have uncertainty about things, but you don't have to be uncertain about what being yourself and acting on the formula will do in terms of propelling you forward in the most positive, joyful, loving way. That you can be certain of. So even if you choose to experience uncertainties, understand that these are there for the purpose of process, for the purpose of discovering beliefs that don't work for you, and letting them go. And you can be certain that that's what that's for. Be certain that your uncertainty is for the purpose of knowing yourself more clearly. A foolproof method to raise your vibration. You have just lowered your vibration. You feel out of sorts. What do? Firstly, and this is very important, you have to admit that your vibration cannot be lowered except by your cell below. Who you blame, people, places, or things are irrelevant. Once you have realized that you are the only one that can lower your vibration, the next step is simple. You are the only one that can raise your vibration back to its high level. You raise your vibration by matching the frequency of your core self. Once your vibration is a match to the frequency of your core self, I can guarantee. Sometimes you might have thoughts questioning yourself if you did the right thing or regret some decisions. But trust me, you don't know how it would have turned out if you did otherwise. Every decision, every thought, and every move you made was the best thing you knew at that time. Don't dwell on the past. It led you exactly where you need to be. Imagine, some decisions may have saved you from other worse things. Trust in the universe. You are in the best place you can be right now, and great things are still on their way to you. That which is meant for you is meant for you. Yes, work is a requirement for manifestation. However, the universe is reminding you that you will not have to chase, nor do you have to fret over someone taking nouns that are truly a part of your destiny. Instead of using your energy to hold on so tightly, dare to trust by releasing. Breathe the knowledge that if it's kismet, it will find a way. Soul wants you to understand that love is a verb. Love cannot be expressed in words alone. Love is a verb, so therefore can only be truly expressed through actions. Love is not what someone says, it is what someone does. That someone includes you. When was the last time you expressed your love to another? When did you last hug a friend? When did you last randomly call and check on someone you haven't heard from in a while? When did you last tell someone how important they are to you and express your gratitude and affections? Withholding the very thing you desire so deeply blocks you from receiving the same. If you want to feel love in your life, express and share the love you are with those around you. Love is infinite, and there will never be a shortage to give or receive. Free up the love and allow its infinite energies to embrace you. Tips for staying in the frequency of the positive polarity. Student. Master. Can you give me some tips on how to remain in the frequency positive polarity under any and all conditions from your experience of the Master? Do not make anything more important than staying in the frequency of the positive polarity. Once you make something else more important than staying in the FR frequency of the positive polarity, you have lost the battle. As long as your priority is on staying in the frequency of the positive polarity, you have discovered the secret to staying in the frequency of the positive polarity, the secret to mastery. You become like a radio that continues to receive signals from the broadcasting tower under any and all conditions, no matter what is happening or not happening. There will come a time in your life when you are required to abandon everything that is safe and that you have known to be true, and set off on a journey into the forest of your dreams. You will disappoint some and inspire others, and you will travel by the still